Thrift stores have finally started to put out more fall items. So last week I was able to get my hands on lots of boots. That is what this thrift haul is going to mostly consist of. Boot brands and styles that I love sourcing and reselling this time of year. All of the tags are still attached, so I'll be letting you know how much I paid for the item and how much I think they will sell for, and I'll also be explaining a little bit about why I picked each item up so that you can know what to look out for when you're out there sourcing. Before moving on to the haul, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video. Munben is a company that specializes in making affordable products for small businesses. There's Bluetooth thermal label printer, for example, that I've mentioned in some of my past videos. Since this is Bluetooth, you can connect it to your phone and print thermal shipping labels right from your phone. You can also use Munben's app to create custom stickers and print them using this thermal label printer. Today though, the product I want to talk about is this 16 by 16 photo studio box. They sent it to me a few days ago. I haven't opened it or seen it myself, so this is going to be a first impressions / review. It comes with a user manual with very vivid photos so that you can follow along. This is handy for storage. It comes in this little tote bag. First thing I see here is the actual light box, and it comes with several different colors for your backdrops. Alright, so to put it together, we're supposed to expand the light box. It has this board that all you have to do is simply put it vertical just so that it supports the light box and it stands up straight. And from here you just choose the backdrop you want to use. For me it would be white. You just sort of stuff it in there and it will lay down nicely, and it's sort of curved so it won't give you any harsh lines there on the back side. So for the connection, you are going to need some sort of box. This is for an Android phone, and then you just connect the connection that comes out of the box into here and connect this to an outlet to turn on the light box. And here's what it would look like in the inside. So this is the 16 by 16. It would be a bit small to take lots of shoe pictures in here, but if you are taking pictures of small handbags or jewelry items, this box would work out great, and it would save a lot of space because it is so compact. I'll leave a link to both of these Munben products down in the description along with some discount codes. I will also leave a link to past videos where I have demonstrated how to use this Munben printer along with their app. On to the thrift haul. This first bin here is about halfway because I have already started listing some of the stuff that was in here, which was mostly just the sandals, the flats, and all of those things. Since they are more summer type items, I wanted to get those out of the door as quickly as possible so that they have a chance to sell before the hot weather is completely over. So what we have in here is mostly tennis shoes, some loafers, and a little bit of other kinds of dress shoes. Starting off with these right here, these are called Nike Shocks. These are most of the time vintage. These are actually from 2016, so not as old, but if you can find some in the earlier 2000s, those would be even better. Even if they have some damage, a little bit of stains and things like that, I still can manage to sell these. That's why I picked these up. I expect to get, let's see, maybe close to the $40 mark, maybe $45, and I paid a total of $8.50 for these sneakers. And the size on these, if you're wondering, is a size 6. Next we have these Steve Madden shoes. Out of all the Steve Madden footwear, sneakers is the thing that I like picking up the least. I love selling their boots, their sandals, their heels, but sneakers tend to sit around for a while, which is why I was really going back and forth whether I should pick these up or not. But I really love the print on these. This is called a houndstooth print. and it is a soft fabric. This is perfect for fall. This print right here, if you can find it on coats, that does really well. Sweaters, all of that. So I thought, why not try it with shoes? These are a size 9. I paid a total of $7.50 for them, and I'm going to shoot to get about $27 for these. Here is a Bolo brand. It is called Fit Flop. Usually I sell sandals by this brand, but this time I found some nice knit sneakers. They're super stretchy, comfortable, and they have gold specks throughout. And then they are also in like new condition basically, which is why I was so surprised that this thrift store only priced these at $8.50. Normally they will jack up the price of Fit Flop footwear, so I'm not sure what went on there. I struggle to find decently priced sandals at this particular store. They will price them at like $30, and there's definitely no room for profit there. So I was happy to find these at this price. I sell a lot more sandals, as I said, so I know the prices those go for a lot better. I don't sell many Fit Flop sneakers, but if I had to guess, I'd say maybe $30 to $35 for these, especially because of the condition. Something else that comes with fall season is football. So I'm thinking that cleats are going to start selling a lot more on these reselling platforms. I think these are football cleats. I'm not too sure though. I have sold a couple before. I'm not too well versed on all of the technical terms for cleats. It is something that I want to start learning more about because, as I said, when we get into this season, they start selling more. The main reason I picked these up is because they were new with tags. They were a total of $15, and they are a size 11. Let's see. These are Adidas, a beautiful red color. I'm going to say that I want to sell these for $40 to $45, but I won't know for sure until I do the comps. This is a brand that I don't sell a lot of. I don't find it that much, but it is a great seller. It sells really fast and usually in the $30 to $35 mark. It is called Zero with an X. They are like new. These are super lightweight, less than a pound, I'm sure. And that is the main point of these. They're called barefoot shoes, minimalist shoes. I will also put in the title and description. I paid $8.50 for these, and they are a size 12. I'm hoping, as I said, to get $35 for these, around that range. Here we have some Converse that I do pick up quite often. I like to pick them up when they price them at like $8 or below. These were $10, but they are like new, and they are a little bit different than the normal canvas shoes that I find by this brand because it is a black nylon material, and then the tongue is glitter embellished. So I'm hoping because of those reasons I can get more than usual. Usually I get anywhere from like $25 to $28 for them, but for these I'm hoping to get closer to the $30 to $32 mark, and these are a women's size 6. And here we have some more Converse. These are a tie-dye situation, pink and white, classic Converse, and these here I did manage to get at the normal price of $7.50. These are a women's size 6 as well, and I'm thinking these are going to go for the usual price of about $28. Next we have some dressy style shoes. These are men's, a dark beautiful brown color with the lace up situation. I'm going to market these as Oxfords, and they are by the brand Johnston and Murphy. I did pay up quite a bit. Let's see, well, not as much as I thought. I only paid $12.50 for these, and I'm hoping these will go for about $40. They are a men's size 8.5. Normally when I pick up men's shoes, I try to get the larger sizes because those seem to sell a lot faster. But because these are in great condition, it's an excellent brand, a beautiful neutral color, I think these will also sell pretty quickly. JBU is a brand that I used to pick up more of in the past. As of lately, I try to be a little bit more selective because I'm not able to get as much as I used to for it. But this right here is their classic style. Sometimes I'll see people calling it a sports sandal. These are a size 8 and I paid $4.50. I expect to get about $24 to $27 for these. Next we have my tried and true Clarks brands. This is a platform style loafer, which is an excellent style to pick up if it has a good brand attached to it. Most of the time it sells really good. These also have another unique detail, which is this right here. What would you call this? It is more like a penny loafer type style because it has the strap here. I paid $5 for these Clarks shoes. They are a size 8 and they are from the year 2022. So because they are a newer style, I'm going to shoot for around $32 to $34 for those. I don't pick up all Morel shoes, but this is a style that I love picking up. It is called the Morel Mock Shoe. I like that Morel lets you know in the tag whether it's men or women, so you don't have to be trying to figure it out by doing size comparisons. These are a men's and they are a size 8. Just a classic slip-on black suede mock shoe, which I feel does even better when we get closer to the fall and winter because it is more of a warm outdoor style shoe, but still very wearable and casual anywhere. I did pay $10 for these, which is a little bit on the higher end, but I'm hoping that these will sell closer to the $35 mark. Here we have some naturalizer shoes, just like Clarks. This is a tried and true brand for me. I pick it up all the time and it sells very consistently for me. Not always for too much, but it leaves a decent profit in the end. There are some styles that will go for more than others though. I did pay $3.50 for these and they are a size 9 wide, which adds a little bit more value when they are wide. Just a minimalist style type flat, but it is more dressy because it has these stitchings here on the end and it's kind of like a loafer flat almost. I want to say about $24 to $26 for these flats. This brand right here is Reaction by Kenneth Cole. It is not a brand that I pick up a lot of, but this style of flat I love finding and picking up. It has these elastic straps here in the front, so it is more of a Mary Jane flat. I find it and pick it up quite a bit in the brand Jessica Simpson, and those usually sell really quickly for about the $24 mark. I have also picked up this style in this brand in a blue color. That also ended up selling okay. I paid $6.50 for these flats and I expect them to go probably about that same range as the Jessica Simpson, about $24. And these right here are a size 10. Here we have some more platform loafers, although these are a little bit different than the Clark ones I showed. They do have the chain here. I think you'd call this a horse bit loafer when it has this chain connection going on in the front. They are by this brand called Kelly and Katie. It is not an expensive brand. It is not one that will fetch you a lot of money when you go and try to resell it, but I pick it up sometimes if I can find it decently priced. And I love that their insoles are super pillowy and cushiony, so I think people like these shoes for that reason. I ended up paying $7.50 for these. I expect to get about $25 because, as I said, the brand is not worth that much to begin with, but they are also chunky. They have a lug sole, so I'm hoping that that will help me get a little bit more this time. We will see. The next flats I have here are by Ann Taylor Factory. I paid $4.50 and this is the type of shoe that I'm thinking will sell anywhere from like $18 all the way up to $22. They are a pretty mesh fabric here with the polka dot details. They do have a bow in the front, so very pretty dressy flat. And here's this flat again that we talked about just a few seconds ago. It has the stretchy elastic straps here. It has the square toe. It is lace and floral. And this one is the brand Jessica Simpson. And these I paid $4.50. They are a size 5.5. And I expect them to go for about that $24 mark. So that is one bin done. The next two are all boots. Starting off with these right here. They are by the brand Dolce Vita, if you can see it right there. I paid $6.50 for these Dolce Vita boots, and I expect them to sell for about $30, maybe $32. They are a beautiful classic Chelsea style boot with the lug sole, the chunky heel back here, and they are in excellent condition too. And these are a size 8. These are by the brand Aquatilia, which I talked about in my most recent reseller income report. Some Aquatilia boots go for hundreds, others more in the $50 mark. I paid $4.50 for these, and they do have a little bit of wear, but because they were so cheap, I went ahead and just got them anyway because I think I can doctor them up and make them look a little bit more presentable in the end. Right here they do have a little bit of creasing, but once I stuff it with brown paper, I think that will go away mostly. They do have a little bit of heel drag here at the ends, but it's just a little bit. It is not that much. Other than that heel drag and a little bit of dirt going on in the bottom of the boot, they are in excellent condition. And these here are a size 10, a classic black leather style, which sells a lot during the fall. These right here, let's see, I don't even recall the brand. They are by a brand called Charles Albert, but that doesn't matter much because I mostly just picked them up based on style. Just a classic, almost minimalist style cowgirl boot. I paid a total of $4.50 for these. So these, I'm not going to rely on the brand to get it sold. Mostly it's going to be the keywords. Sometimes people want cowgirl or western style boots, but they don't want to pay hundreds like you would for an Old Gringo, a Lane, Lucchese, and those high selling brands. They are okay with just paying anywhere from like $20 to $24 for something like this instead. So that's what I expect these to go for, about that much. They are a size 7. They are vegan leather on top, pretty brown. I think these will have no problem selling and also leaving me with some profit at that very low price that I paid. $4.50. This is a brand that I sell a lot of this time of year. It is called Lucky Brand. They make very high quality ankle boots and long boots too. These here are just the classic wedge style boots in a beautiful, almost taupey brown color. They were $5. They're a size 8, and I expect these to sell for about the $34 mark. I found a lot of great brands this day, and this is one of the best ones. It is Rag & Bone. These are a size 38.5, and this is either Italian or European style. I don't know if those are the same things, but I usually look up this brand's shoe size chart online to determine what the US size is. They are leather on top, leather at the bottom, and leather inside, as the sticker says right here. They are in great condition for this brand because I have found it maybe 3 other times. The condition wasn't great and they still sold really well. So I'm expecting these to do really well too, since they are in great condition. And the most surprising part of it is the price. It was half off day, so I only paid $4.50 for these Rag & Bone boots. Since I don't sell a lot of them, I'm not sure how much they will go for in the end. I'm going to do comps and leave it on the screen for you instead of trying to guess for these. This, on the other hand, is a brand that I do find not very often, but often enough. This is how I distinguish them. It is a Fly, and the brand is called Fly London, as you can see on the bottom sole right here. These were $6.50, and this is one of their classic styles with the wedge. It is almost like clog because it is kind of hollow inside. They have the elastic here on the side, which makes it very comfortable, but they also do have a side zipper on the other side. These are a 39 wide, so that makes it even better that they are a wide width. I'm expecting these to sell closer to the $45 mark. They could be in better condition, but I think once I clean the bottoms, it will look better. The heel drag is very minor here in the end, so I don't think that will affect how much I can get for them in the end. This is a brand that I pick up sometimes. It is called Miss Moose. During the fall and winter, their boots do really well. Their sandals and other kinds of shoes sit around for a little bit longer from what I can recall, but their boots tend to sell pretty quickly once we start getting into the colder weather. I paid $4.50 for these, and they are a classic combat style boot with a little bit of a gold accent here on the heel, and they are in excellent condition. Again, a European size. They are a size 36. Here's this brand called Echo, which is a very old brand. So you have to be real careful with the shoes you find by them because some of them could be super outdated and they won't end up going for much. These look very modern to me though. A Chelsea style boot, patent leather, croc embossed, lug sewed because they have the deep indentations here, and they were $10, so I'm hoping that I can make that work and get closer to the $40 mark, maybe about $37 though. Here are some Gianni beanie boots. They are a size 8. I paid $6.50 for them. Kind of like a Western style boot with some glitter in the back and a buckle right here. Where I found these boots, they had lots of Gianni beanie, lots of heels, lots of boots, lots of sandals in the same styles too, all lined up in a row. I was very tempted to take a lot of those, but I ended up only getting a few of each style. I didn't want to be stuck with so much sandals since the season is almost over. But I don't know, to me that's kind of a weird combo, the dark brown with the silver glitter right here, but hopefully I can make these work and get about $32 for these. These right here are by the brand BCG Generation. You can see it right there. What caught my eye most about these boots is the plaid that it has right here. A very soft fabric. Plaid is a big pattern in the fall and winter, so that's why I decided to give these a go. But aside from that, these heeled combat style boots do sell well for me. They have the chunky lug sole, in great condition overall, and they are a size 5.5. Did I tell you how much I paid? Let's see. I paid $4.50. With that cost of goods, I can definitely make these work. I'm expecting to get about $27 to $29 for these. Next boot we have here is by H&M. Some of their shoes are on the cheaper end and some of their shoes are more expensive. The quality of their shoes varies all over the place. I'd say this is more mid-tier. These are patent leather combat style boots with the chunky platform lug sole as well. I paid $5 for these and I expect these to sell for about $28. Another plus with these boots is that they are fleece lined, so it is super soft. I'm going to try to remember to mention that in my description. And these are a size 4. That is odd because it says European size 36, US size 4. That doesn't match. Usually a size 36 is about a size 5.5 to a 6 in a US. I'm going to have to do further research on these. I'm actually going to leave them off to the side. I'm going to have my daughter try those on. She is a size 6, so that will kind of give me a better idea. We have some more Gianni beanie boots, and I think I found these at that same store. Yeah, these were at that same store where I told you they had lots of Gianni beanie. The sandals, I only picked up a few. The boots, I was trying to pick up more of since we are getting into boot season. These are fur on top. They have studs everywhere. More of a Western style. I did pay up for these. I paid $12.50. They are a size 8.5, but they are in great condition overall. I'm sure I can lighten up some of these marks, and then the bottom sole will look excellent. I hope to get about $35 to $37 for these, but these strike me as a unique style, so maybe once I look it up I'll see that it's worth more. Here's a brand that I pick up all of the time. It is called Vionic. These here are quite dirty. This is something that I would usually leave behind, but because they were Vionic, a very cool style boot that I don't find that much of, and the price, they were only $5. I decided to just go ahead and bring them home and put in the extra work to get these soles looking a lot better. Once they are clean, I think I can get about $34 to $35 for these, and they are a size 8.5. Leather on top. Oh, this is also a beautiful color brown, kind of like a chestnut. Here we go with some more Lucky Brand boots. Black with a little bit of quilted detail on the back side. They were $6.50. Overall in excellent condition, and these are a size 9.5. I'm almost certain that I've sold this exact style before with this quilted detail in the back. I'm going to say I will get about $30 to $32 for these. These here are by the brand Guess. Aside from the insole, the only other place I see the brand tag is right here on the buckle. But I'm sure many of you know exactly what the Guess brand tag looks like. It is a brand that I pick up a lot during this time of year, especially in these chunkier style boots. They are fur lined as well. That is something that is going to start coming back around as a trend. I'm pretty sure as it gets colder and colder outside, fur boots are going to be in. Let's see, these are a size 7. I paid $6.50 for them, and because they are in great condition, I expect to get about $32 to $34 for these. This is another brand that I sell quite a bit during this time of year. It is called Dr. Scholl's. This is their classic style wedge boot. I go through these a whole bunch during the fall and winter. That's been the case for me the past 2 years. I'm going to try to continue picking them up this year and see how it goes. They usually don't go for much. For something like this, I'd say maybe like $24 or so. So that's why I try to pick them up only when they're very cheap and in excellent condition. Like these here, they look like they're like new. They were $3.50, and they are a size 6.5. And like I said, about $20 to $24 for these, maybe about $26 due to the condition. And also it is a beautiful blue color, which is different from the normal browns, blacks, and grays that I find. Here's this brand called Soft, which I talk about a lot in my thrift hauls. I pick it up quite often in their sandals, and now I'm going to be moving over to their boots. I'm not sure what is up with these like greenish bottom soles. It's not the first time I find Soft shoes that look like this. I don't know if that's how they come from the factory. These don't look as bad as some other ones that I've seen, but because of the style, I don't think that that's going to affect it much, even if it's not factory made. There are some combat style boots, a little bit of quilting here at the collar. They have this plaque here that says Aqua Soft. I hope that that means that this suede is waterproof. They are a size 6, and they are leather upper and leather inside as well. I paid $5 for these here, and I'm hoping to get closer to the $40 mark for these, if not at least $35. Here we have Sam Edelman boots. They are just some classic style rain boots that I've sold maybe like 3 or 4 other times. This exact style. They were $7.50, and I expect to get maybe like $27 to $30 for these. They are a size 9 and in like new condition basically. Here we have this cute little brand called Brighton. They make shoes that look kind of vintage and antique. These are some shooties because they're between a boot and a shoe. They have their classic style hardware right here. Most of their hardware looks antique like that. Sometimes it'll also have heart charms. Just a beautiful boots overall. A tiny bit of creasing that I hope I can fix. These are a size 6.5 and in great condition. They were $7.50 and I hope to get about $34 for these. Earth Origins, I think I can go ahead and classify as one of my bread and butter brands. I've been picking it up all summer. Their sandals, their gladiator sandals, wedge style sandals, they do really well for me because they are known as a super comfortable brand. Last year during the fall and winter, I sold lots of their boots as well. Some of them can go for a lot higher than other Earth Origin shoes. These right here I think will go for about $32 to $34 though, and I only paid $3.50 for them. A beautiful burnt brown type color with distressing here in the front, but I'm pretty sure that is factory made, and I will be sure to add that keyword into my title, distressed. Sometimes people look for that style of shoe. This next brand is Aerosoles, which I skip a lot of, but some of their shoes can do really well. In my most recent income report, I talked about a certain sandal by Aerosoles that sells for $40 to $50, which is way higher than other aerosol shoes. These right here may not go for that much because they're just kind of a plain style boot, but because we're in that season, I decided to give them a go. They were $5. They are a size 9.5, and I expect to get maybe about $28 to $30 for these. This next bin is also full of boots, but they are more mid-calf and longer length boots, so they are more expensive and will sell for more money. Starting off with these right here, they are Morel. These were odd to me because the tops do look dirty. I'm going to have to scrub them down with some shoe cleaner. Not that dirty, but they do have a little bit of like dirt stains or something going on. But then when it comes to the bottom soles, they look excellent. That's weird because it should be the opposite. The bottom should be dirty and the tops a little bit less so. Let's see, these right here, the tag fell down here, but they were $8.50. They are also a Vibram sole, which is an excellent feature to have on this style of boots. They are hiking style boots, they are waterproof, they are men's, and they are a size 10. These right here go for a lot, so I'm hoping to get about $45 to $50 for these shoes right here, especially once I get them cleaned and looking a lot better. I can ask for more for them. Next we have these right here. They are Steve Madden boots. I think they are a men's because that's where I got them, in the men's section, but I won't know for sure until I look them up. These boots are beautiful because they are platform, they are chunky, and they have this harness detail going on right here. If your shoes ever have this, go ahead and add that keyword in your title, harness. I will also call them biker style, grunge style boots. I'll make sure to add all that to the description. They are a size 9, leather on top, and the price was not that much. They were only $7.50. I think I can get anywhere from $35 to $40 for these, but I won't know for sure until I look these up because these are a more unique style of Steve Madden boots. Some more combat style boots, and these are also by the brand we talked about earlier, Guess. They have gold accents going on, which is just a little bit different than just a plain all black style boot. They have the gold accents here along the lace up closure. They They have a zipper accent in the back with a zipper that has a charm gold logo on it, and they also have it over here on the other side. A platform style, combat style boot, something I'm going to be selling a lot of, as I've been talking about. These were $8.50, and for these I can usually get about $30 to $35, sometimes a little more. Here we have some very tall boots. Thigh high is what I will add in the description. These are also Steve Madden boots. They're like new. They still have the shoe insert here in the front. They were only $6.50. As I'm looking at them now, I see that they have a little bit of peeling right here, so that will probably affect how much I can ask for them. They are like new, so hopefully I can still hit about the $28 to $30 mark for these. Here's Gianni beanie again. They had lots of these at the store, but I only ended up getting 2 of them. There are these velour velvet material, a gold color, so I thought that was beautiful. These are a size 8, and the only thing I did not like about these boots is the price. They were $12.50, which is a bit much to pay for Gianni beanie, but because the velour is beautiful, the color is beautiful, they're this lace up dressy style, I hope I can make that work and get about $35 for these. Here's the other ones that I picked up, and these right here are a size 9, the exact same style, just a larger size, and these were also $12.50. Here's the other Gianni beanie boots I decided to pick up. These are like a latex type material, super chunky. The keyword that I like to use for these style of boots is go-go boots, so I'll make sure to add that to the description. These here are a size 8, and they were $7.50. I wonder if Gianni beanie is going out of business, or just a store around this thrift store went out of business and donated all their shoes, because there was lots of Gianni beanie and all sorts of styles in boots and sandals. I had a major revelation once I started listing these shoes that I thought were Gianni beanie that I've been showing in this haul. Apparently the GB brand is not the same thing and has nothing to do with Gianni beanie. So all of the shoes that have a capital G and a capital B, that's a whole different shoe brand altogether. It is called just GB. And the funny thing is that when I was looking online and doing my research, lots of people were marketing GB shoes as Gianni beanie because they, like me, assumed they were Gianni beanie, and that is because it is an easy mistake to do because they look so similar. The aesthetic, the feel of these GB shoes look just like Gianni beanie. Here is the GB shoe brand, and here is a real Gianni beanie shoe. As you can see, it has the brand name right here, and down here it has like a monogram logo type thing going on, just like this GB shoes. Sometimes Gianni beanie will also have this silver plaque as their logo, and I went through some of my past listings and I realized that I've sold this GB brand as Gianni beanie in the past. Like these sandals right here that I sold months ago, I just assumed they were Gianni beanie. I put it as the brand and I sold them like this without even knowing it. From the quick research I did online, apparently Gianni beanie is worth more than the GB brand. It is also higher quality, so I'm going to be keeping all of that in mind when I'm outsourcing and I find this GB imposter brand again. Now we get to mostly Western boots. The first ones here are a brand that I found for the first time a few months ago, sold them, and those were the highest price sale I had for the month. The next month again, found them, sold them, the highest price sale for the month, and I found them again. It is called Old Gringo. One of those times they sold for $150. The second time they sold for about $200. These right here are a little bit more simple compared to the past two. The past two had more embroidery and studs. So I'm going to shoot for about $150 for these. I paid 46 divided by 2, so $23. and they are a size 8.5. So no matter what they go for, they could go for $100 and I'll still make an excellent profit for these. But as I said, hopefully we can get to the 150 mark. These are by a Western boot brand that I've never sold before. It's called Cavender's. I did also pay $23 for these. They are like a distressed style because they have the streaks going on right here and down here. Floral embroidery all at the bottom and towards the top. They are a size 8.5, and since I've never sold these, I have no idea how much they will go for, but I knew that at $23 there was definitely room for profit even if I didn't know the brand, just based on the style. I'll leave it on the screen how much I think they will go for after doing the comps. These right here are by a brand called Cara Boots is what it's called. I have sold this boot brand before, but never in this beautiful style. They have cross cutouts, studs everywhere. The front part is like a alligator crocodile type print. It's very textured as well. They are in great condition overall. Most Western boots are going to have some distressing here towards the front, but this is not bad at all. I would not consider it bad. For these, I did pay $35, so that is a little bit higher than I would normally pay for these boots. They are a size 9, but because they have all those unique details, I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than worth it. If I have to guess, maybe close to the $100 mark for these boots. These Western boots I do sell a lot of, and I do know it very well. It's called Ariat. This specific style I've sold quite a few times. It's just a black, a little bit of like contrasting pattern going on right here. These were $35. And I expect to sell these for about $75. They are a women's 7.5, and they do have a little bit of some scalloping type detail going on along the edges right here, which just makes it look a little bit more girly. Okay, these right here, I'm not sure if I made a mistake. We will see, but they are a brand that is a big bolo in boots and shoes. It's called Red Wing. They are in like new condition. I'm pretty sure they're men's boots, although I found them in the women's section. I was pushing my cart down the lane. My cart got stuck on something. I looked down and then I saw it was this brand. I was like, oh yes, you're coming with me. The problem was that I looked at this and I thought it said $6.99. I was like, $3.50? Yes, I'm taking you. But then when I got home, I realized that that said $69.96. That means that these were $35. So maybe it will still be worth it actually, because they are like new. I can't figure out the size. I see a bunch of numbers. It says size 7. I really doubt these are size 7. I'll have to look further into these. And since I've only sold this brand a few other times, I'm not quite sure how much these will yield. I'm going to leave it on the screen as well once I look them up. But just know that Red Wing is a bolo brand, and if you ever find it, it is worth doing comps on. Okay, so these are some super heavy men's boots. They're more like a work style Western boot. These are by the brand Double H, which, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that this is a Cara sub-brand. They're in excellent condition, almost like new. Here's what the bottom looks like. They are Aeroglide and they are oil resistant. They have a color block situation going on. Dark brown here on the side, more of a red brown here, and a lighter brown here in the back. They are a men's size 12. I did pay $30 for these. I've sold Double H once or twice before, but never this style of men's boot. So I'll look these up and put it on the screen for you as well. And here we have some more Ariat boots, but these are men's size. And I did pay quite a lot for these. I paid $50. Normally, I keep my Ariat boot prices at about $35. So $50 is quite a bit to pay. But the reason I did that is because they are new with tags. So I thought because of that, I should be able to make that work. These are a men's size 10.5D. So an excellent size, beautiful color, contrast stitching, new with tags condition. Normally I sell this style of boot for about $75 to $80. I'm hoping to get closer to the $100 mark because they are new and I paid so much for them. I really hope I can get that. In the comments down below, let me know what are your favorite brands to buy and sell during the fall and winter. I'll leave all of Munbin's links down in the description, so make sure to check them out for all of your small business supplies needs. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.